Morning, good day. This is your girl, Dr. Tay, here with another morning message. So, one of the things I just want to touch on a little bit, because I just recently had this experience and felt like maybe there are some others who can relate. So I think that accountability is important, right? Like whenever something happens, we need to make sure that we are taking accountability for our role in said thing. And one of my most recent realizations is the acceptance of accountability when I am frustrated. And recognizing that 9 times out of 10, I'm usually the cause of said frustration. And so here's what I mean by that. So last week I was working on a morning message that I was planning to post on last Friday. And, I kept trying to record it and things weren't quite going as smoothly as I wanted it to. So I figured I'd do some editing, which I normally don't like to do. Like if I can do this in one take, awesome. If it's something really important, I will do some editing. But otherwise, I try to keep it one take, one video, and then send it on its way. However, with this topic, I was like fumbling with my words, like just trying to say something and it wasn't quite going right. And then when I was trying to edit the video, it was like very choppy and the sound wasn't that great. And so I invested, let's say, around 4 hours to edit this video, like from the time of trying to upload the video to my computer, do the editing, download it, and then the next step was to try to upload it to the program where I have where I add like the words and stuff like that. And the video just would not load. Just wouldn't do it. And I ran into something similar a few months ago, like over the summer, and I did a video on here about surrendering and just recognizing that sometimes the universe just doesn't want me to share certain things, and that's okay. But in this case, I was really frustrated because I spent 4 hours working on this video thinking this is it, this sounds great, all to have it not work. And now I have the foresight of, maybe I'm just not ready to share that video yet. But in the meantime, back in that moment of being frustrated, I was just so upset, with technology, with the internet, all of these things, when really I should have been frustrated with myself for even going through that process. One, I knew that I was kind of fumbling with my words, that it didn't sound right anyway. I didn't have my normal standard for recording videos. So, the quality wasn't as great as it could have been. 2, once I was having the trouble editing, I should have just scrapped it right then and there and said, I'll just do it another day. And 3, to get upset with my computer and internet, which have been very reliable all of this time, and now suddenly it doesn't want to work. Sometimes things happen, and sometimes it's a sign that maybe that's just not supposed to happen. But it's in all of that frustration, it was just I was just mad at everything and everyone. Right? And from that I learned that all of that could have been avoided. All of it could have been avoided. I should have just listened to myself. I should have listened to all of the signs pointing towards this not being what it should have been. But instead I kept forcing and forcing and forcing this square peg into a round hole. And so now that I have this foresight, I am sharing with you that, in those moments where we feel like we're forcing and forcing and forcing, just stop. Before you get frustrated. And when you do get frustrated, recognize that the frustration is with yourself, not with the person next door or, the technology you're trying to use or whatever the situation may be. The frustration has to start, the accountability, has to start with us, and recognizing that we probably shouldn't have gone in that direction to begin with. And it's funny, this reminds me of a video that Brene Brown did on accountability, which she's blaming her husband for spilling her coffee when her husband wasn't even there when the coffee spilled. But she came up with this whole scenario of how he came home late the night before and she didn't get enough sleep, and as a result she spilled her coffee all over herself. And it's just in the moment we can just get so riled up, right? But once we take a moment to like step back, we realize that it was us. It was us. We were the ones responsible, right? So that's what I encourage you or challenge you to do today. Whenever you are having those frustrating moments, just stop and ask yourself, what am I doing to create this frustrating moment? And how can I stop this frustrating moment from continuing to go on? Okay? So thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for listening to my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe below. Also, I have some other recommended videos for you to check out over here. All right, thanks a lot and have a great day.